Welcome back to my next Shameless Season 10 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I have seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. There are some episodes that I've seen more than others, and for the most part, Shameless is a really good show, especially the first 7 seasons, and almost all of Season 8. The finale I have an issue with. Season 9 is okay to good, and then Season 10, which we're on right now, I don't remember much about it all of a sudden, but I remember not liking it, and I did not like Season 11. So for the most part, really good quality. Definitely a drop-off in the final 2 seasons, but hey, you know what? I wanted to relive the show, so join me on the journey and let's talk about the show in the comment section. And if you've seen every single episode of Shameless, which I hope you have, otherwise why are you watching these videos? Click right here with about 20 seconds left. That's my Shameless series finale rant video. When the show aired, when the finale aired, I complained about the finale because in my opinion, it's one of the worst finales of all time. I truly agree with that. I think the only finale I hated worse was True Blood. And then there are a couple that, there's some parts of the finale I like, but, I don't hate the whole finale. But Shameless, I freaking hated the finale. But anyway, let's talk about this episode. This will be Shameless Season 10, Episode 2. The title of this episode is called Sleep Well, My Prince, for Tomorrow You Shall Be King. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So, we start off by checking in on Mickey and Ian in jail in their cell block. Mickey doesn't like the mayo on Ian's dick because he's using that as lubricant as it smells, and they start to argue. In fact, the theme of this episode is Mickey and Ian arguing. Ian asks a guard about seeing the warden about getting a new roommate, or cellmate in this case. Carl wakes up to see Frank and Mikey in the same bed together. And then he asks Frank, when did you start boning other dudes? And Frank says, can't 2 men share a bed without it being sexual? Debbie tells Frank and Mikey, see, Mikey and Mickey are in the same episode, so that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. To do their own laundry, and that she needs $37 each from them a night for rent, plus extra if they're going to be showering. Liam's trying to figure out just who he is. Is he Malcolm X? Is he Dr. Dre? Is he Tupac? Is he Barack Obama? He doesn't know. Carl sells some of his military clothes, and then Carl just complains to this kid about the military for a while, and then he's like, are you going to sell me the clothes or not? And then he hands him the bag. Frank tells Mikey, they've got to hit the streets to get rent money. Mikey says Debbie is ungrateful and entitled. Liam needs $125 of his Fiona money. He wants it for a DNA test. Lip has named the baby Freddy, or Fred. Kev is sending his shoes back, unfortunately. And the delivery guy's there, uses the bathroom, and it turns out that he was just jacking off and choking himself in the bathroom, and now he's apparently dead. Is there something to my? Sorry about that. And V's going to ransack his truck and give away random items to random people. Ian's told that him and Mickey just need some time apart. Mikey and Frank are trying a scam where one of them will be in the back of, I'm guessing, Uber, and then the other one has to jump in front of the car. The one that's in the back will blade themselves, so they're bleeding. And that's their scam for the day, to try to get money. Liam asks Lip why he's the only one in the family that has black skin. And Lip's kind of out of it. He hasn't slept. And he starts breastfeeding Freddy with this, breast device. I don't know what the hell they're called. Something that pumps, is that? I'm not, yeah. Carl goes back to work for Lori. That's a surprise. Some more sexual harassment from Lori. Mickey says he'll break up with Ian instead of Ian breaking up with him. Debbie goes to return some shoes, and the shoes are put under a black light. And the guy behind the counter says that he won't accept the return and says he'll make an exception if she blows him after his shift. He gets done in 2 hours. Lip changes Freddy's diaper, but there's no more diapers left. Mikey and Frank try and scam a priest with that scam that I talked about, but Frank decides not to go through with it due to the fact that he's being a priest. So when he hits Mikey, he's just like, yeah, it's okay, Mikey, get up, and I didn't know you were a priest. And because of their honesty, I think the priest is going to give them $10 if they promise not to do it again. Lip goes to the bathroom. I don't know if he's taking a shit or he's just peeing sitting down. And he kind of dozes off sitting on the toilet. And then his cigarette, because Lip always has a cigarette in his hand, the ash falls on him and that wakes him up. So he comes out of the bathroom and Freddy isn't where he left him. And then we see that the chair spins around and V has Freddy, and she has a bassinet for Lip, and that was one of the items that were in that truck, that delivery truck. And she's like, it ain't easy. I was hoping that she'd be like, do you need a couple hours to go take a nap while I watch the kid? But no, she didn't offer her babysitting services to Lip. Debbie makes it so the shoe salesman doesn't want a blowjob. He's even going to let her keep the shoes. Liam complains to V about being different than his family. Frank sees that his couch is being taken away because the new couch has arrived. And Frank's mad about that and says, we don't need a couch, and that was my money. And he tells Debbie he is tired of being repressed and controlled by the women in his family. And Carl, Liam, and Lip agree with him. Like, Lip, it's probably due to sleep deprivation, but I agree with Frank. No one wants you to be in charge, he tells Debbie. Lip and Ian both... Why did I put Lip? Mickey and Ian both stab Chester multiple times. Chester's this old guy in like their infirmary. That's what Ian's job is in the prison or the jail or whatever it's called. And he just wants, he wants to stay there. He doesn't want to go back out. He doesn't want to be a free man. Why would that make him be a free one? I don't know. Anyway, Debbie goes to her storage unit. Mikey has followed her, and he's like, what are you up to, Deborah? Lip takes a bath with Freddy. Freddy poops on Lip. As Lip gets out of the tub, he almost drops him, and Franks walks by and says he'll be fine. At this point, they're kind of like Jell-O. Get some sleep, son. Mikey confronts Debbie. He tells Debbie that she needs to respect Frank and make him in charge of the money, and he gives her 24 hours to make things right, and he takes her receipts. He'll eat them, too, if he has to. Debbie wakes everybody up in the morning and has prepaid cards for them. $100 every week is what they'll get. Aside from, of course, Mikey. He's not a part of the family, technically. And then Mikey gives Debbie back her receipts. Carl wants to go into business with Anne. Or Annie, is it? Anne, I'm going to say. Who I guess I haven't mentioned yet. She works at Captain Bob's now. And she's of Latino descent, and she is selling vape pens to Latinos in Captain Bob's. Like she'll go for tartar sauce and give them a vape pen. Carl will get he wants to go into business, and he'll get the white and the black kids, or just the white and black people in general, to buy from her, and then they split the profits. More arguing from Ian and Mickey. And then Liam asks Frank about his black ancestry. And Frank's like, well, actually, there was somebody that did somebody with somebody that actually lives on the street. And then he's like, why didn't you tell me this? And then when they go there, somebody's like, Frank, get away. And then somebody fires around. And then Frank's like, that's why I didn't tell you, Liam, as they run away. And then we have that driver. This is a mid-credit scene. That was in the alibi. He wakes up in the alibi bathroom. Why would you want to masturbate in there? I don't know. But and then he's like, not again. And then he starts jacking off while choking himself again. And that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So, okay stuff here. I mean, it's not terrible, but I know it does get terrible. As far as the score goes, I'm going to give it a 7.7 out of 10. And then I always give a character of the episode or two. For the females, I'm going to give it to Debbie. As much as I don't like her, she was pretty good in this episode. And then for the males, I'm going to give it to Mikey, as Mikey one-upped Debbie and actually got Debbie to like say, I don't want to be in charge of this family anymore. I don't want to have all this money. I want somebody else to do it. He seemed pretty valuable, so good job by Luis Guzman, who plays Mikey in this show. So You've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button. And remember, I cover a lot of stuff on this channel. A lot of people have a channel where they just do one thing, a niche. Well, I like a lot of different things, so I cover a lot of stuff, like UFC fight reactions, The Walking Dead, Dexter, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things sometimes, Cobra Kai, Lucifer, Big Bang Theory. I cover a lot of stuff on this channel. Movie franchise rankings. So there's got to be something else that you like. So check out my playlist and let me know what you think. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your male and your female character of the episode? Click right here for my Shameless series finale rant video, assuming that you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your name support, and be a person who's special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDevTV.